Hello everyone and welcome back to the Urban Fantasy City build time-lapse thingy. This is part 2, which is going to be the last part of this series. I'm not sure if you can call it this series because it's only 2 parts, but oh well. Everything we've just been flying through right now is what we built in part 1. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out in the top right corner by pressing on that little eye thingy. But anyways, let's get into part 2 of this building, starting off with a nice little park with a big Christmas tree. At first I wanted to do like a normal tree, but I figured, you know what, it's the season, so let's go all out and turn it into a Christmas tree. As with the last episode, I'll just let you guys enjoy the time-lapse from here on out. It's probably like 7-ish minutes remaining, so sit back and enjoy all of that, and then I'll catch you guys back with a little tour afterwards. So, see you then. Thank you for watching the time lapse. Welcome to the tour part of this video. So you've just seen all of this stuff I've built. It took me around about, I think, like 15 hours for that side as well. So in total, this whole city so far took me like 30-ish hours. And by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the beginning when the timelapse was playing, but there is actually a world download in the link below. There will probably be a link that goes to my Planet Minecraft page, and from there there's a download from most likely Mediafire to get this world for your own, walk around, maybe get inspired, or even continue onwards with this build. It's all up to you. Maybe you could do the interiors, because I surely did not. So let's first of all just do a quick overview from above. We have a nice little market over here. I also, off camera, kind of filled in these guys, so I got a lot of villages over here. They do get kind of loud, and kind of looked at the color of their market stalls, and then decided what should go in there. So I got a lot of guys in here. Then let's go this way first. We got like a little house over here that is somewhat like part of the market as well, but this one is like more of a permanent shop in my opinion. And he sells a lot of like fresh products, it seems. There's the one over here, and there are probably, yeah, like two over here making some cakes. And we got a little restaurant at this side, which also has a little bit of a pickup shop over here with more cakes. And as for like all of these buildings, as well as the ones in the first part of these like series, the interiors are not done because that would just take way too long. As I said, this already took like 30-ish hours to create all of it. But do keep in mind I am kind of a slow builder, so it could probably be done in like 20-ish hours or something like that. Anyways, just walking through here, I think the atmosphere is really quite nice. It does feel like a little bit of a bustling city. Just having the market stall over here. Of course, it would work more nicely if there were more villagers like walking around. But you know how villagers are, they just get everywhere, and that's kind of annoying. So then when walking through the market stalls over here, you got this shop, then you got the restaurant over here, and a little tree over here because I thought it needed some more greenery. And just one tree over there, added a little bit with a nice little bench and a trash can to the side. We got some like details, decorations over here, two people fishing together out here trying to catch maybe like some salmon for in the restaurant. And over on the end over here I got a nice walkway with a couple of benches you can like sit at and relax if you want. And then right over here, the big old like cathedral inspired building is probably my favorite building I've made in a long time. Let's just take a look at it from this side, because I did build a house and the other side it kind of like blocks the view of it. But my god, this is one of my personal favorite builds of probably all time. It's not even that difficult, and I know that a lot of people hate it when I say stuff like that, but honestly, not even a difficult build to make. The most intricate part over here is the roof, which is just a lot of upside down mud brick blocks, with some blocks up top, a couple of walls surrounding that, and then just lightning rods on top of every single wall. But it does look really cool. I also try to make those little like glass artworks that you see on the side of cathedrals. I forgot the word of it. Like over here it's called like glass in lead. Maybe it's similar to that, but I'm not really sure. But normally like this is based on a cathedral, but I didn't really want to like bring the whole Christianity religion into this, because I wanted to like be kind of neutral with that kind of stuff. So instead, judging by like the artworks on the glass in lead is what I'm going to call it right now, they kind of like celebrate the earth in my opinion. So like you got the grass and like hills down below, and a bit of the sky, and then it turns to darkness because it goes to like space and like clouds and stuff. So that's like the whole reasoning behind the colors over here. But I think it just turns out really nicely, and I absolutely love the design that I made over here. Which is like, kind of like tooting my own horn, but I just think it looks really wonderful, and I'm really proud of it. Over here on the side I made a few like connected houses, which are inspired by a little bit more like Asian infrastructure. And then we got like a little bar area in the middle over here, and I think it looks really cozy. It's like in the middle of a few houses, have a little spot over here, so normally it would work better when there's like houses on both sides. But I still think for like a tight squeeze over here, it looks really cute. Then in the middle over here we have like a small park. Let me actually get some dirt surrounding here. I like to do this for a couple of the trash cans, just to kind of make it look a bit more dirty, like maybe some spilled or something like that. I don't know, I think it adds just a little bit. Anyways, I got like a little park over here with a fountain, a couple of benches on the sides, right next to the entrance of the cathedral-ish building. And we got a nice cart over here. This one is meant to be like horse-pulled, I think. Not really sure you call that. And then over here, I actually also forgot to place in some lights down below. Let me do that really quickly as well. Just finishing up the last bits and bobs apparently. As you can see in here, behind the scenes stuff, it's all like empty on the inside. So if you do want to get that URL download, fill those in for yourself, please be my guest and let me know if you do. Anyways, I wanted to like divide this up a little bit because I thought this part over here was a bit too open. So I thought let's make like a little bit of a raised house over here so that I can have this tunnel like in the road over here. Like this tunnel is the whole reason I've made this whole thing, but I do think it turns out really nicely, and this way we have like a small park squeezed inside of this section over here. So down below it kind of looks like garage doors, but I thought that would be a bit too modern for the style I was going for. So therefore I tried to turn it into like a little house down below over here, maybe some storage areas. And then up here are the actual front doors of the small houses over here. Which are like blocked off and empty on the inside, but that's okay. And we got a little walkway up here as well for one on the side, which there's like another door over here as well. And then going around over here for the last part of the like first floor of the city, I got a bunch of trees on the side, which I think looks really cool, especially from like the outside. Like if you're standing over at this shop over here, just looking at those trees, I think that looks really cozy. And then over here, I had a little bit of empty space over here, so I decided to just put in a little pulley cart over there. Those kind of things just always add a lot to cities, in my opinion. And over here, I got this little house with a more of like darkish purple pink tones, with some crimson woods. This is the cherry logs and some cherry woods in there as well. Not really a lot more to say about this one, except for like maybe the usage of walls for some extra decoration, because otherwise this building was really flat. And like this, it works out quite nicely. So the trees over here that I kind of like varied a little bit, I got some benches for you to sit down and look over to that side of the city, where, to be fair, there's not really a lot going on, but you can like look over the ocean perhaps. Then over here I got a little greenhouse, which is inspired by Grian's barge from Hermitcraft Season 7, I believe. I just thought something like that would squeeze in over here pretty nicely, so I decided to go for that. So yeah, kind of the design is inspired by Grian's barge. It's not entirely the same because the barge looks way better, but I think it is pretty nice. Got some bees in here to make it look like we're creating some honey, and just a couple of pots with some plants in there. And then this is like the back end of the market stalls. I could actually place in a few more fish over here, but that's fine. So this guy over here is like selling tropical fish. We got some cherry stuff over here, more fish. You get some plants and some fertilizer, it seems, like berries, apples, and like maybe apple sauce, but really red. Apple blood. If you watch the Owl House, you know that reference. Anyways, let's get up to the second floor of this city, which is actually the first part I did on this time-lapse, but that's alright. Over here we got the big Christmas tree. As I said in the time-lapse, I kind of just wanted to go for a regular birch-ish tree, but then decided, you know what, it is nearly Christmas, so why not make a little Christmas tree? Normally, of course, Christmas trees don't have white bark. This one does, because it is a fantasy city after all. And I just thought it looked quite nice. It kind of looks like snow without there being snow, because it looks like this city is kind of set in like spring or summer. Doesn't really matter. We have a Christmas tree over here. And over here, I do quite like this bench design. I do think it would fit a bit nicer like inside of a train station. But because it's next to the train station, I thought this would fit quite nicely with this sort of lantern as well. I don't know, I like this little bench that I did over here. We got a little picnic going on over here. They do happen to have a little bit of champagne, I guess to celebrate Christmas or something. I don't know, it's all role playing. Over here I got one of those vending machines that I did over at that part over there. You can see it like right there. But this one I couldn't manage to get some lines in, so I just placed in a sign that says out of order, because otherwise it would show up over here, which I don't actually think I've shown this part on the time lapse. This is like, I had some empty space over here, so I decided to make it look like there's some storage for the rail maintenance and train maintenance. So we got like the red and white striped thingies over here. Got a few of the anvils that look like roads. That kind of stuff just goes over here for some extra detail. Then we got these two buildings over here. This one was supposed to look like a shop, but I'm not really sure how it looks out. Like, all I see right now on every single side of this building are smileys with mustaches. But I do, except for this one. This is like a little bit more robotic or something like that. Or kind of looks like a monkey or something. I'm not sure if you see that. Maybe I'm just like yapping right now. But this one is all made out of copper, like the bluish tones with some of the mud as well. I really do like the mud bricks. I think they add quite a lot of a nice color over there as well. But this one is more of a, like, the architecture of this house is a bit newer than most stuff I did over there, because I wanted to kind of like incorporate more urban to the urban fantasy city as well. So this is why those buildings are in here. And then we got a building on a little diagonal over here as well to kind of like give it a tight squeeze and fill in the space nicely. And then the last part of this tour over here, going through the train station, are these two like kind of more like apartment complex looking houses. Got one over here with a few balconies over here that have like the most terrible balcony view I've ever seen. But I do quite like the look of this building right here with the, again, mud bricks on the side, because I really like that color. And then this one also has mud. Wow, okay, I am now realizing how much mud I used in this build. This may be the most, like, interesting color palette I went with, but I don't hate it. It's certainly not my favorite building, but I do think it looks kind of alright. It looks pretty alright. It fills in the space nicely, and that's what I care about most. Also, it doesn't, like, take away from the whole view when, like, standing over here. In my opinion, it just kind of, like, blends into the environment over there. So I quite like it for that reason. But apart from maybe a few details here and there in the city, that is actually all I did on this urban fantasy city. This is where I will call it quits. I think I have done quite enough. If you want to continue onwards with this city, there's like space over here. Just a road like continues that way. So if you do want to grab yourself that world download and like try your hand at creating something like this, because this is quite a big scale, even for me. This is a lot of building that needed to be done. You can grab that as well. We got like the black concrete in the back over here. But if you do want to continue it outwards, just get rid of that and create some stuff over here. Because right now, this looks really bland. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, if you do grab yourself the world download and like continue onwards with this building, please let me know in the comments below, or join the Discord, which there's also a link of in the description, and show your creations over there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like as well. And if you want to see more content like this or other gaming related content, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Thanks for watching. I got another video right over here in the corner if you want to see that, which isn't Minecraft, but it might be to your interest. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.